today's, I think, world, even the children, as they grow up, they realize that this had happened to me, and that is why I have become this kind of, output. If they forgive their parents, does that work for them?
Forgiveness is not easy.
How does that affect, a mindset when we hear those words, adjust karo?
It completely nullifies your experience.
When we marry a person, what are we marrying? Is it just a person?
When you're marrying someone, you're marrying their trauma. I feel very comfortable with trauma. It does not scare me. That does not mean I have lived every form of trauma. That's not possible.
If a person is skeptical about therapy, how do you make such a person understand what therapy can do?
Therapy has many forms, many models. The right therapy will work like a mirror. It's a mirror to your subconscious mind, आपके thoughts, आपके beliefs, आपके patterns. So the right therapy works like a mirror. जब हम culture की बात करते हैं, India is a high context culture. And we gauge our value and worth based on how we're perceived by the world outside. लोग हमें कैसे देखते हैं?
Tell one message for the parents, actually.
Please do not hit your children.
If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Ooh.
Hi, and welcome to my show, The Arpita Thakur Show. Today we have with us wonderful guest who blends spiritual wisdom with science-based therapy. She's a psychologist, a psychotherapist, and also a spiritual therapist. Many of you had asked me to bring something on our episode where they would understand logically the beliefs or the energy of spirituality with science. So let's dive today with our guest. She is Reshma Punjabi. Hi, Reshma ji.
Hi, thank you so much, Arpita ji, for inviting me. I'm so happy to be here. It's a pleasure and an honor.
So let's dive into this now.
Okay.
You are a psychotherapist, you are a psychologist, and a spiritual therapist too.
Yes.
So I'm sure you would have a lot of idea about how the therapy.
That's a wonderful question. So there are two ways to look at that. One is therapy has many forms, many models. The right therapy will work like a mirror. It's a mirror to your subconscious mind, आपके thoughts, आपके beliefs, आपके patterns. So the right therapy works like a mirror.
Beautiful.
That's the simplest
Beautiful.
and the best way I can explain that.
Beautiful. So tell me, if a person is skeptical about therapy, वो नहीं जानता कि थेरेपी क्यों भी लेना चाहिए या तो थेरेपी क्या असर करेगा उस पे, तो how do you make such a person understand what therapy can do?
You know, हम किसी को समझा नहीं सकते, हम किसी को कन्विंस नहीं कर सकते कि please go and do this. Like there are people who don't believe in modern medicine. There are people who believe that I will not go to the doctors. So you cannot really convince anyone. But having said that, मैं आपको एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल दूंगी.
Okay.
हमारे सोसाइटी में यूजुअली बाहर से हेल्प लेने को इतना एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया जाता. आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट रीजंस व्हाई देयर इज लाइक अ टैबू ऑन थेरेपी. लाइक क्या ज़रूरत है बाहर वाले लोगों से जाके बात करने के लिए? ऐसा क्या बताएंगे? अब बाहर वाले लोग हमें बताएंगे कि हमें ज़िंदगी में क्या करना चाहिए. बट see, subtly I'm trying to convince also.
Yeah.
A good therapist will never tell you what to do or how to live your life. So hopefully इस जो viewers हैं, जो ये podcast देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, एक चीज़ सबके जहन से निकल जाएगी कि कोई थेरेपिस्ट आके अपने वैल्यूज़ आप पे फोर्स नहीं करेगा. कोई आपको ये नहीं बताएगा how to live your life or what to do. So you have your free will.
Okay, that's great. Where do you think science and spirituality overlap? Where do they merge or overlap? Whatever it is.
So, if you could visualize a Venn diagram, and जो Venn diagram होता है वो दो circles होते हैं जहाँ वो overlap होते हैं. मैं इसको आपको दो parts में समझाऊंगी. उस Venn diagram के बीच में अगर आप spirituality और therapy के goals map करेंगे तो वो क्या होंगे? They will be purpose of life, how to find peace, why am I in pain, why are we here, how can I be happy, right?
Yeah.
And there will be goals. Because whichever modality you look at, अगर आप spirituality को देखो, religion नहीं, but spirituality को देखो, और therapy को देखो, goals same ही हैं. To feel better, to let go of the hurt, the pain, and the unspoken darkness.
Yeah.
The second part is, again, the Venn diagram, if you could imagine the similarities. Spirituality and therapy both talk about the mind, the subconscious mind, the Atma, the idea that there is something bigger or something out there which is other than my thoughts. So in therapy, we observe our thoughts. तो बातें तो same ही हो गई. And here is my favorite part. Spirituality, healing through spirituality or healing through therapy. What does a good healer do? A good healer does not heal you. A good healer holds the frequency of healing. So, जब मैं आपके पास आती हूँ कि आप मेरे healer हो अर्पिता जी, you don't heal me. None of us have that power. You channel and hold a frequency.
Yeah.
That heals me.
Yes.
And by virtue of that, I raise my vibration. Similarly, in therapy, a therapist does not heal you. Nobody has that power other than you. वो भी एक frequency को ही hold करते हैं. So, to summarize this, the common factors, the goals are
Yeah.
same. It's holding a frequency, and
Exactly.
they both look at the concept of the mind, the self, the subconscious mind, the Atma.
Beautifully said. Tell me one more thing. When anybody takes a therapy, if the therapy is relating to a pain, associated with a pain, तो वो थेरेपी लेने से वो इंसान को क्या अनुभव होता है? Is it that the pain is gone or it changes his relationship with the pain?
It's what you said. It changes the relationship with the pain. Because therapy के formats बहुत सारे हैं, right? There is hypnotherapy, there is past life regression, there is psychotherapy, there is psychodynamic therapy, there's talk therapy, there is life coaching, there is short-term coaching and counseling, in art therapy. In all of these modalities, अलग-अलग तरीके से, eventually you understand why it's hurt you and what can you do to change it.
How does a therapy change that relationship actually? See, people have the common questions some would say, some would ask, कि ये कितने दिन तक लेना चाहिए ये थेरेपी, मतलब कितने दिन तक रिजल्ट मिलेगा? That's the first thing, is everybody wishes to heal themselves quickly.
Yeah.
So what would be that answer to them? So how does that heal that person, or how long does it take to heal?
I love that question. So the kind of therapy that I practice, which is psychotherapy, is not a 3-day glow up. Please do not expect कि आप 3 sessions लोगे and that's it, you're completely healed. Psychotherapy, talk therapy, psychodynamic therapy is long-term therapy. इसमें वक्त लगता है. पहले एक relationship establish करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. क्योंकि as a therapist, I may tell you, Arpita ji, I will create a very safe, non-judgmental space for you. बट मैंने सिर्फ मेरे कहने से वो होता नहीं, आपको वो महसूस करना पड़ेगा. सो इट टेक्स टाइम फॉर अ थेरेपिस्ट टू विन योर ट्रस्ट, टू एस्टैब्लिश अ रिलेशनशिप. हम कहते हैं साइकोलॉजी में कि असली हीलिंग तब स्टार्ट होती है जब आपका अपने थेरेपिस्ट के साथ एक रिलेशनशिप बनता है,
करेक्ट.
a trustworthy relationship, right? So इसमें वक्त लगता है. 3-day glow up, कई लोग आते हैं, मैम हमने सुना है थेरेपी से, मेरे फ्रेंड्स आए थे एंड आपका नंबर मिला एंड आई वांट टू टेक सेशंस. एक दो सेशंस करते हैं एंड दैट्स इट, दे स्टॉप. And I always tell them it's not a 3-session glow up. This is a commitment. So, minimum 3 to 6 months. That's the least amount of time I would say a person should invest. Because ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपने जो therapist choose किए हैं, they will work for you. Both parties need the freedom to step away. पहले 4 से 5 सेशंस तो रिलेशनशिप एस्टैब्लिश करने में ही निकल जाते हैं. एंड देन व्हाट इफ वी फील कि नो दिस इज नॉट गोना वर्क, दैट्स ओके. टुडे आई वांट टू नॉर्मलाइज दैट थ्रू योर पॉडकास्ट अर्पिता जी, कि अगर आप किसी थेरेपिस्ट के पास जा रहे हो, आपने स्टार्ट की थेरेपी क्योंकि सब बोल रहे हैं आपको जाना चाहिए, बहुत ढूंढ के आपने किसी को निकाला एंड ग्रेट रिव्यूज दैट पर्सन हैज़, बट अगर आपकी केमिस्ट्री मैच नहीं हो रही है तो इट्स ओके. इट्स ओके टू चेंज. इट्स लाइक शॉपिंग, यू हैव टू ट्राई इट आउट, राइट? 3 से 6 महीने मिनिमम टू एस्टैब्लिश दैट रेपो, दैट रिलेशनशिप, ट्रस्ट. तब तक आप हाई लेवल, सरफेस लेवल की बातें डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. 6 months to 12 months में यू स्टार्ट गोइंग डीपर. एंड यू नो द बेस्ट पार्ट, आई ऑलवेज से दिस, जब अनकंफर्टेबल होने लगता है ना, तब थेरेपी काम करती है. देयर आर टाइम्स व्हेन पीपल से रेशमा, आई डोंट नो व्हाट टू कवर इन टुडेज सेशन, सारी तो बातें हो गई, आई हैव नथिंग लेफ्ट टू से टुडे. एंड दैट्स व्हेन आई से प्लीज डोंट कैंसिल, because when you think there is nothing left to say is when we'll do the work. So to summarize the answer to your question, kitna time lagega? Time lagega. So therapy is for everyone, but not all forms of therapy are for everyone. So perhaps jinhe quick solution chahiye, answers chahiye, maybe they can look at spirituality. But eventually spirituality and therapy both ask you for one thing: accountability, action. If there is no action taken, फिर तो ये सिर्फ empty words रह जाते हैं.
What kind of action are you talking about? Like,
I need to do something about my life if I'm not happy about it. मैं आपके पास आके 1 घंटा, 2 घंटा, 3 घंटा अपने लाइफ के बारे में डिस्कस कर सकती हूँ कि ये ठीक नहीं हो रहा है. आप, let's say you look at this from a spiritual angle. You'll read my energy, you'll read my aura. Perhaps you'll tap into my Akash because you're a fabulous Akashic record reader,
you.
right? So आप उस कला में माहिर हैं. तो आप जब पढ़ेंगे आपको एक ब्लूप्रिंट मिलेगा मेरे सोल का, ये डिसाइड किया था, ये है. उसके बाद what I do with that information is action. If I don't take an action on it based on your reading, then it's pointless for me. Similarly, in therapy, let's say we identify pattern, we identify a childhood story, we uncover trauma. Trauma is with everyone, अर्पिता जी. लोग कहते हैं नहीं नहीं हमारे लाइफ में कुछ नहीं, सब बढ़िया है, बस पति बकवास है. Everything's great, बस मेरी मदर इन लॉ का कुछ कर दीजिए, और बच्चे सुनते नहीं हैं. Just giving you very basic common examples. It goes way deeper than that. Unless you don't do something to change your current circumstances, your life is going to look exactly the same. That's the action that both spiritual work and therapy asks from you.
great. So tell me also now, how do you take a person when a person approaches you? अगर कोई आता है आपके पास काउंसलिंग के लिए, is it the therapy work? I'm talking about the main therapy work right now. जो थेरेपी वर्क है उसमें क्या होता है, what all is undertaken in that therapy? Is it just counseling? Because people think it is just like speaking up, speaking out everything, and
Yeah.
that's a counseling thing. So that is what people have usually labeled as
Yeah.
therapy. So what actually goes in a therapy session?
That answer can be very long, but I'm going to try and make it very crisp.
Yeah.
So, जो intake method होता है वो हर therapist का अलग होता है, but some basic information we need, right? It's like you go to see your doctor. So they will take your blood pressure, they will, check if you have any underlying conditions. So similarly, your basic information is taken. And if you're on any kind of medication. So
Yeah.
counseling would be completely separate, Arpita ji. Counseling is short term, like 4 से 6 sessions. पता नहीं क्या करना है. But in psychotherapy, which is long term, there's a proper intake form. Now, here's the thing, a lot of people get turned off by that form because it's like, before I can talk to you, you're asking me so many questions about me. And I don't even know you, right? But that is the first step. A lot of people globally, because I practice globally, have this online. So fill it at your own time. That is one way. I prefer to talk to a person. I want to listen to your voice. I'm very perceptive to a person's tone. So even if I don't see you, that's okay. I need to listen to your voice. Your intonation tells me everything I need to know. So I would rather talk to you. So the first 15, 20 minutes, I do it on the house. I don't charge for that. Nobody does that. Not that I know of, right? So I want to listen to you. I want to know why do you want to go to therapy? And I will get my form filled क्योंकि बातों बातों में वो information आ ही जाती है, right? आप कहाँ रहते हो, आप क्या करते हो, क्या क्या हुआ आपके लाइफ में, हाई लेवल, तो मेरा फॉर्म वहीं फिल हो गया. So there are different ways to do it. I prefer the human approach because for me personally, I value someone talking to me rather than filling a form.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Tell me now, how do you take traumas? People, as you mentioned some time back, that trauma is something that everybody has in their life. हर किसी को कुछ न कुछ पेन, ट्रॉमा या तो एक ऐसी मेमोरी रहती है जो दर्द देती है. It's like, it is like when you think about it, it really pains you, hurts you. How do you deal with those kind of people who come with their traumas to you? How does therapy work and how does spirituality work? How do you give a combination of these both pills, spirituality and therapy?
So trauma और मेरा रिश्ता काफी पुराना है. There's no dramatic backstory to this, but when I started my work, I started in trauma care. I feel very comfortable with trauma. It does not scare me. That does not mean I have lived every form of trauma. That's not possible, right? But I understand darkness. I can sit with you in your darkness till you find your own light. That does not come easily to everyone. Trauma is not always abuse. Trauma is not always sexual assault or physical assault or domestic violence. क्योंकि ये बातें अब हम समझने लग गए हैं with people talking openly about pain and mental health. It is not only that. Trauma can be something that has hurt you unknowingly also. And all of us, it starts in the childhood. ये बहुत debative भी हो सकता है क्योंकि how do I explain this? Okay. कोई parents ये नहीं चाहते कि हमारे बच्चे को तकलीफ हो.
Correct.
Right? We're going to leave that side of implicit abuse, open abuse outside. क्योंकि वो है, right? But unintentionally, every child goes through some traumatic period in their childhood. And there is data and evidence to prove that. और ये ज़रूरी नहीं कि parents ने जानबूझकर किया. Emotional neglect is a huge रीजन फॉर चाइल्डहुड ट्रॉमा, और ये लेबल्स हमें किसी को पसंद नहीं है. Nobody wants to identify as I've lived through trauma. Like every person I've met, even sexual assault and rape survivors, burn survivors, nobody says this openly ki I have trauma. Nobody wants to say it. Emotional neglect in a child is not done intentionally. कितना भी हम चाहे कि हमारे बच्चों को तकलीफ ना हो, कोई ना कोई इवेंट उनके एनवायरनमेंट में होगा, ट्रॉमा वो भी होता है. So when during the course of therapy sessions जब trauma uncover होता है, compassion is the medicine. That is what spirituality also brings to the table. Compassion, right? As human beings, we all have an inherent desire to be seen. हम सब चाहते हैं हमारी कहानी का एक विटनेस हो.
Yeah.
And spirituality and therapy do both. Right? Both of them do that. जब आप बैठकर किसी को बिना किसी फिल्टर के, बिना किसी डर के कि हाय मुझे जज किया जाएगा, शायद कोई बोल देगा तुम्हारी ही गलती थी, क्यों गई थी तुम वहां पर, या क्यों गए थे तुम वहां पर, वाई यू नो वी हैड टोल्ड यू नॉट टू डू दिस, और घर में मना किया था किसी ने इस रास्ते मत जाओ, और देखो क्या हो गया. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of shame. So when I'm working with someone who has trauma, my job is to create a safe, non-judgmental space. कोई judgment नहीं, कोई guilt tripping नहीं. And जब हम बिना किसी डर के अपनी कहानी किसी को बता सकें, आधी तकलीफ तो वहीं सॉल्व हो जाती है.
आधी हीलिंग वही हो जाती है.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. We all want to be validated. हम कितना भी इसे deny करें. So, talk therapy is medicine for trauma because you're talking about it. और जब आप अपने डर के बारे में, अपने दर्द के बारे में, अपने trauma के बारे में बोलते हो जोर से, and you hear yourself narrating it in your voice, you take away its power. जो चीज़ दबी हुई होती है under shame, guilt, fear, darkness, it holds power over you. क्योंकि कोई इसके बारे में जानता नहीं है. वो आपकी एक dark secret होती है. But when you talk about it, the more you talk about it, it loses its power. Healing starts.
So true. Very true. So does it mean that, there's like a message to the people not to hold back themselves when they feel that something is not right in my life, या तो मेरे साथ कुछ गलत हुआ है, या तो किसी ने गलत किया है, या तो मैंने किया है. Nothing should be held back. There should be someone, I think, whom they should be able to let out this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if there's nobody else in their life, go to a therapist.
Absolutely, yes. Everyone should go to therapy. That's what I'm going to say. Find the right kind of therapy that works for you. Not all forms of therapy work for everyone. Research कीजिए. We have internet today. ऐसी चीजें पनपती है in shame and in silence. If you're not feeling okay, please talk about it. If you have experienced unfairness, abuse, hurt, शांति में सहन करने से आपको कोई अवार्ड नहीं मिलने वाला. एक जमाना होता था सेल्फ सैक्रिफाइस, हाय देखो कितना सहा है उन्होंने, कोई मेडल नहीं मिलने वाला. There is absolutely nothing to gain from suffering in silence. Please talk about it. There is a lot of help available. And हालांकि ये क्वेश्चन आप शायद आगे पूछेंगे, but I'm preempting this कि can people not talk to their family members or can't they talk to their friends? Of course you must, but एक सवाल पूछिए अपने आप से, क्या हमारे फैमिली मेंबर्स ओपन माइंडेड हैं कि हम खुल के उनसे बात कर सकें, या वहाँ जजमेंट आएगी?
To tell one message for the parents, actually, what are they what are the things that they should follow in a parenting? Because even I think, of course, now there are a lot of opening up of a lot of classes and all, which teach the parents, like, what they should be including when they become parents and how they can bring up their children. तो ऐसे क्या, मतलब आपकी एडवाइस क्या है, जो या तो वुड बी पेरेंट्स हैं या तो ऑलरेडी पेरेंट्स हैं, या तो जिनके ग्रोन अप चाइल्ड भी हो सकते हैं, बट दे कैन रिफ्लेक्ट दैट वेयर एंड व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग इन देयर पेरेंटिंग?
I will say this. Please do not hit your children. Never hit anybody. बच्चों को मारना पीटना बंद कीजिए, please.
But I think it was not in my generation, I feel, but at least I think the previous generations, that it was there, right?
It is still happening.
It is still there.
It is because
It is still there.
I do that.
Yeah.
जो आपने अभी describe किया, जो parents को सिखाते हैं, I do that. And I can speak for hours about this, but if I have to summarize this, please do not hit your children. आपको पता भी नहीं कि वो फिर कितने सालों बाद थेरेपी में जाएंगे, in their 20s and 30s. I have people in therapy with me right now who've been hit by their parents. Why? Because घर में stress था, मम्मी पापा का झगड़ा हो रहा था, मदर इन लॉ की ट्रबल थी, फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेस था. कहाँ निकलेगा? चलो बच्चों को दो लगा दिए. Today they are independent, grown-up adults in their 30s coming to therapy with me because it has taken a hit on their self-esteem and it will reflect in their romantic relationships. There are no two ways about it.
So how does a child who is, like, really gone through this trauma, this pain, as they grow up, what are the things that they exhibit? Like, what are the behaviors they show up?
Low self-esteem, difficulty in romantic relationships. ये दो तरीकों में जा सकता है, two ways. Either they will become an exact replica of their parents when they become parents.
Okay.
Saying हमारे साथ भी यही हुआ था, हमने भी बेल्टें खाई हैं, हमने चिमटे खाए हैं, थप्पड़ खाए हैं, तो तुम भी खा लो. इसी को तो parenting कहते हैं. Or they will become the exact opposites of that. The other way is they may choose never to have children. And I'm seeing that a lot. पेरेंट्स ये रियलाइज ही नहीं करते कि वो अपना स्ट्रेस बच्चों पे निकाल रहे हैं. सो कमिंग बैक टू योर क्वेश्चन दैट यू सेड कि क्या पेरेंट्स को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए, एंड दिस वर्क स्पिरिचुअली एज वेल. दिस इज साइंस रूटेड इन स्पिरिचुअलिटी, रूटेड इन द नॉलेज ऑफ कर्मा एंड धर्मा. बच्चों पे हाथ मत उठाइए. If you're not ready to be a parent, do not bring children into the world. आपका जॉब का स्ट्रेस, आपका फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेस, आपका इन-लॉज का स्ट्रेस, आपका मैरिटल स्ट्रेस आपके बच्चों की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है. Do not bring children into the world if you cannot give them unconditional love. दूसरी चीज जो पेरेंट्स करते हैं, गिल्ट ट्रिपिंग. Oh my God, छोटा सा बच्चा. I will answer this question in a birth to death sequence.
That would be good.
Thank you. I hope
Yeah.
the viewers will find this interesting. Or please, I will request them कि अगर वो comment section में हमें बताएं कि ये relatable है क्या.
Sure.
Because I think that will be great.
Yes.
कहाँ से start होता है trauma? When conception happens. When the woman is pregnant. I ask this question a lot. What do you think is the first organ that is formed in utero during conception? आप try करना चाहेंगे? शायद हम इसे BTS में डाल देंगे.
Is it a heart?
A lot of people think it's the heart.
Or is it the brain?
Yes. It's not the brain. Heart is almost right. Around 3 weeks, it's the nervous system that starts forming. What is the nervous system? In spirituality, it's the blueprint of the soul.
Yeah.
Nervous system in psychology is the blueprint of the environment. और बहुत टाइम पे A woman does not even realize that she's pregnant around 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Everything that's happening in her environment is being recorded in the nervous system of the child that is yet to be a child. And I study that in epigenetics. And वहाँ से स्टार्ट होता है उनका एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, घर पे प्रेशर कितना है, उन्हें कितनी रिस्पेक्ट मिल रही है. एक औरत को जितनी
So,
रिस्पेक्ट मिल रही
sorry
है.
to say this, you're saying it's just the starting of the 3 weeks?
Yes.
First 3 weeks.
Yes. And I want
Okay.
everyone to be aware of this. Because जब तक लोग आते हैं prenatal therapy में या prenatal yoga में, they're probably already 3 months, 4 months
Yeah.
pregnant. The nervous system blueprint has already started.
That's really a big revelation, actually, even for
It
me.
is.
Because usually, we say that the soul comes into the womb after, might be two, as you said, like 2 months, 3 months. That's a thing. So you have to be very careful after that. So
So
I think
the
there's a
soul-
myth that I think you're
Yes.
breaking today.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's so interesting. Yeah, really good.
And people can research like this on the internet. And because हमें हर चीज का आजकल validation चाहिए होता है, right?
Yeah.
The soul is actually hovering around the couple long ago before the conception. You know this.
Yep.
The soul chooses
Yeah.
उसे कहाँ आना है, आना भी है या नहीं है. That's how in the world of spiritual healing we talk about miscarriages, right? The soul chooses उसे कहाँ आना है. So coming back to the journey of birth to death, right? Unconsciously families कैसे trauma create करते हैं, जानबूझकर नहीं, but कैसे होता है, right? There are a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, teenagers. I work with tweens, as they call them, adolescents. They're like, बहुत anxiety है, बहुत stress है, बच्चे घबराए हुए हैं, पता नहीं क्यों. क्या हुआ था? It starts there, right? Then when they find out that the woman is pregnant, इसीलिए तो गर्भ संस्कार होता है. There is prenatal therapy. Take care of the woman, right? Everything that the mother is feeling, the child is downloading it as a blueprint. उसका algorithm set हो रहा है कि environment क्या है. So when a woman or the mother is stressed in that particular family, the child is already downloading. कहाँ से stress आ रहा है? Right? So it's already its defense mechanism, it's survival. The child learns how to survive from the mother's nervous system. And then the child is born and it starts, बच्चा काला है, गोरा है, मोटा है, पतला है, बाल तो है ही नहीं. And बच्चों को क्या पता चलता है? But the child is intelligent. They're listening. They may not be able to comprehend your grammar, जो भी आपकी language है, but आपका tone, वो समझ रहे हैं. बच्चा रो रहा है, रोने दो, चुप हो जाएगा. The child is scared. It's the most traumatic event in the life of a child, an infant, जब हम उन्हें रोता हुआ छोड़ देते हैं. Anxiety and stress in adulthood will stem from that.
I don't know, as you're saying, I'm just going past my, parenting my own child. So I'm just like, recalling all those incidents where even I feel I should go back and, just, correct some of the things.
You can, and I will tell you how once I
Yeah.
finish this,
Yeah,
to you
yeah.
and to the viewers.
Yeah, sure.
क्योंकि ये unintentional है, right? We all have done that. We are humans after all. There is a way to course correct. But I'm giving a background of how this forms, right?
Exactly.
Then, okay, तो फिर खाना खिलाओ. Weight put on नहीं हो रहा है. Food issues start होंगे. ज़बरदस्ती खाना खिलाया जाएगा. Mobile, tabs, iPad, television लगा दो. Force feed the baby, The child is distracted. वहाँ पर आपने खाने के साथ एक बहुत intimate relationship होता है of a human being with food. वहीं पे हो गया. Those kids will grow up and have diabetes, blood pressure, obesity, chances of a very poor relationship with food, either overeating or not eating enough, deficiencies. Ideally, what parents should do is बच्चों को अपने आप खाना खाने दो when they're at the right age, which is like first 6 months it is advised no solid foods, right?
Yeah.
Either formula or breast milk. After that they start exploring, right? Finger foods, आपने cucumber cut किया है, आपने जो भी इस पे तो research किया जा सकता है, otherwise it'll go very deep, so I'll
Yeah.
just stay high level. जो खाना घर में बना है वही बच्चों को भी खिलाइए. कैसे खिलाएंगे? हमारे तो तेल मसाले होते हैं, but that's not good for you either. तो तेल मसाले वैसे भी कम कीजिए या थोड़ा साइड में निकाल दीजिए. But come together as a family. Put the child on the table. क्या होगा? गंदा होगा, कर लेना साफ. But that's how you build a good relationship with food and, their anatomy. Then when they have to go to the school, रोते हुए बच्चे जा रहे हैं preschool.
Exactly.
बस में भर भर के जा रहे हैं.
Exactly.
कुछ प्रिविलेज बच्चे हैं जो ड्राइवर के साथ आते हैं बट वो भी रो रहे हैं. सो ऐसे करते करते जो भी इंसिडेंट्स होते हैं इसमें तो हम बहुत वी कैन गो वेरी डीप बट आई विल कीप इट वेरी हाई लेवल. स्कूल, प्रेशर ऑफ स्टडीज, जब घर में लड़ाई होती है, व्हेन पेरेंट्स फाइट, दे थिंक दे आर फाइटिंग बिहाइंड क्लोज डोर्स. बच्चे तो सो रहे हैं और दे आर वॉचिंग टीवी, उन्हें नहीं पता चलेगा. दे नो एवरीथिंग. एंड अर्पिता जी, आई हैव टू से दिस फॉर टू ऑल आवर व्यूअर्स, स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू पेरेंटिंग. जब माँ बाप लड़ते हैं ना, बच्चे हमेशा अपने आप को ब्लेम करते हैं. एंड दे ग्रो अप विद दैट. A child will always blame itself that they're fighting because of me. Maybe I'm not good enough. When that fight has got absolutely nothing to do with the child. वो किसी और चीज पे लड़ रहे होंगे. वो किसी कजन की शादी में बुआ जी ने कुछ बोल दिया और तुम्हारी मम्मी कभी मेरी बात नहीं मानती. It could be anything. Or finance or गाड़ी में पेट्रोल भराना था. It could be anything at all. But when parents fight, the child will always blame itself. So self-esteem, guilt starts right there. तो जो भी disagreements है marriage में, please don't do it around your children. Go out of the house, parking में बैठिए गाड़ी में और लड़िए, क्योंकि लड़ाई is also healthy sometimes, unless it's not, before it becomes toxic, right? But children are sponges. Age 0 to 7, they are a sponge. They are soaking in everything from their environment. And they're building the blueprint for the rest of the life. ये acceptable है, ये नहीं है. ये safe है, ये नहीं है. And by the time a child is 18, उसका form हो चुका है. While the brain is still developing till the age of 25. But the basic blueprint of the personality is formed. And stress, guilt, shame, fear is already a part of it. And when too much of this happens, there's always trauma.
So, do you think anybody would have a normal childhood in that sense?
I don't know what is normal anymore, Arpita ji. Sorry to sound so morbid. But the closest to normal, I would say, जहाँ घर में इज्जत हो सबकी, सबकी इज्जत हो. There are no raised voices. There is no drama. And बच्चों की पिटाई ना हो. That is the closest to normal. देखिए, बाहर की दुनिया पे हमारा कोई कंट्रोल नहीं है. We don't know what happens to a child outside. A child may go to school and get bullied. But as a parent, if I'm able to create that environment in the home which is safe, I'm able to heal my child from the trauma given by the world outside. That's the closest to the
So
normal.
nicely said. So nicely put. And I think this is a very important message for the parent.
Yeah.
To create that, safety, to create a safe environment for the child.
Yes.
ताकि अगर बाहर से भी उसको मतलब कोई भी ऐसे प्रॉब्लम इशू आ रही है, he can come back to you.
Absolutely.
He feels safe there and he can be healed.
And that can be done at any point of time. So what you were saying earlier, right? When you're listening to this, we all go back to our past.
Yes.
Because we didn't think of it from that angle. तो जो भी आज ये देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, अगर आपके ज़हन में, there's something that pops up that, oh my God, ये unknowingly हो गया मुझसे. You can course correct it right now, because the biggest healing power is intent. So sit with your child, no matter how old they are, and tell them, I realize ye hua tha, ye galti thi. Sorry, beta. Give them a hug. That's it, because the child is not expecting that from you. That's action. That's accountability.
And that's what we were talking about in the beginning.
Right.
Like, what can we expect from a therapy?
Realization of pattern, identification, क्योंकि जो कुछ हो रहा है हमारे environment में हमने create नहीं किया है. So I'll tell you something that I discover when I work with people. I listen to their thoughts, their dreams, their desires, their pain. Most of it is not theirs. It is their environment. उन्होंने inherit किया है अपने family से. So we are a product of our environment
Yeah.
that we've been brought up in. हम जहाँ पैदा हुए हैं, जिस घर में, जिस खानदान में, वहाँ का जो environment है, we are a product of that. And therapy can help you course correct if it is required.
So, if, for example, a parent is course correcting herself or himself, how does it influence the child at that point of age?
It completely changes the destiny, the lineage. And I know I'm using very powerful big words, but this is the literal description of generational healing. And I do that also. Like, what do we do in family therapy or family constellation? हम कहते हैं ना, social media पे एक term बहुत circulate हो रहा है, generational curse breaker, cycle breaker. I like to call it that हर खानदान में एक बागी बच्चा पैदा होता है जो डिसाइड करता है कि बस ये नहीं. एंड एवरी फैमिली हैज देयर स्टोरी. कहीं डाउरी सिस्टम है, कहीं डिसरिस्पेक्ट फॉर वुमेन है, कहीं अल्कोहल अब्यूज है, कहीं ड्रग अब्यूज है, कहाँ बच्चों को मारा जाता है, कहीं ये सब नहीं होता है, बट इट्स अ पेट्रियार्कल सेटअप. एंड हमारे यहाँ बस ऐसे ही चलता आ रहा है. यू नो दैट स्टेटमेंट दैट इज देयर. एक बागी बच्चा पैदा होता है जो कहता है नहीं, तो या तो वो यू नो either they will never marry and end it right there, or they will marry and not have children and end it right there. Karma, right?
Okay.
Or conscious parenting जो हम कहते हैं, they realize ये गलत था, अब इसे हम change करेंगे. So what I have gone through, my child will not go through that. इसे कहते हैं generational healing, and by the act of doing that, you're also releasing the pain of your ancestors. जैसे आपने अभी कहा कि, you know, I didn't realize this.
Yeah.
So after the soul has left the physical body, the ancestors, you know, they've all played out their part, their role. आपने उनका भी दर्द release कर दिया by just course correcting with compassion.
Beautiful. Tell me one more thing. You know, in normal Indian household, we usually, if anybody is, you know, going through a suffering, it's a usual thing that is heard, the word adjust kar lo beta. So,
Yeah.
what is that? How does that affect, you know, a mindset when we hear those words adjust kar lo?
It completely nullifies your experience. Adjust कर लो, let it go, compromise. हाँ तो सबके साथ होता है.
Yeah, this also is one of the common thing.
Yeah.
ये तो सबके साथ होता है, ये तो होता ही रहता है.
What
It's
is so
okay.
special?
इसमें क्या है?
Yeah, हमारे साथ भी हुआ था.
हाँ.
तुम्हें तो सिर्फ 2 थप्पड़ पड़े, हमने तो बेल्ट खाई है. तुम्हें तो सिर्फ ये हुआ. These are just examples. I'll move on from them, but like it is nullifying. आप अगर अपने फैमिली मेंबर को बता रहे हो कि कुछ ठीक नहीं हो रहा है, कब होता है ये? बर्थ में, मैरिज में और डेथ में. If you look at an Indian family setup, the birth of a child, the death of a family member, and marriage. These 3 events, sorry, I didn't follow the chronological order there.
Yeah.
But these 3 events is when the entire extended family comes together, family dynamics change होते हैं. वरना business as usual होता है. And जब आप किसी को बोलते हो ये गलत हो रहा है, then they say nothing. It's like your experience doesn't matter. Then you go further into your shell, and then you start developing an inner dialogue that is directly linked to your value and worth. Someday people stop expressing because what's the point? किसे बोले क्या बोले? Adjust करना पड़ रहा है, right?
Why do you think Indian people usually hesitate to take a therapy? For example, especially about the finance part, if I say, uh, they wouldn't mind paying the EMI of their iPhone, but therapy का जो मनी रिलेटेड इशू होगा वो ऐसे जैसे इशू है, oh I don't need it,
Yeah.
and they don't do it. So what is that hesitance in them, and how should we communicate through our podcast? How can
Yeah.
we tell the audience that therapy is more important than whatever the materialistic things are there?
It is such an interesting question, and I think about this so often that how can I normalize this for people? कोई डरावनी चीज नहीं है, कोई आपको पागल करार नहीं दे रहा है. There's a lot of hesitance which comes from a belief system that बाहर वालों को अंदर की बातें मत बताओ. जो हमारा है वो चार दीवार में जो हो रहा है वो अपने तक रखो. It comes from that. Second, it comes from, like I said, shame and guilt. There's a lot of shame. People are carrying so much shame inside that. And maybe some people listening to us right now would say, what rubbish? I have no shame. Look at me. But if you just pause for a moment, it has been passed down to you. नहीं ऐसे नहीं बताते, क्या लोग क्या सोचेंगे? So what will people think? We are a very outward focused society. So India as a country is a high context culture. And this is by no means, I don't want to say anything bad about it. I'm not putting it down in any way. I'm just stating facts. जब हम culture की बात करते हैं, India is a high context culture. मतलब हमारे layers बहुत deep हैं. And we gauge our value and worth based on how we're perceived by the world outside. लोग हमें कैसे देखते हैं? तो जेब में भले 50 रुपए हो, but 50,000 वाली हरकत हम करेंगे. So we're very comfortable spending more than what we have because it's about putting on a show. So that I am perceived ताकि मेरी इज्जत हो. It's a very outward looking culture. It was not, by the way, and I'll tell you why. It has become over a period of time, which is why people are comfortable paying EMI. और ठीक है डॉक्टर के पास जाना है पर बहुत खर्चा होगा, बट कहाँ खर्चा होगा? हॉलिडे पे होगा, पिक्चर्स होंगे, इंस्टाग्राम पे जाएगा, रील्स बनेंगी, लोग देखें. It has become like that now, which is why there's a lot of hesitance. And the other reason is that people fear हमें पागल करार दे देंगे. I will be called mad. Nobody is calling you mad. That comes from modern psychiatry that happened many years ago. It's all outdated. Nobody is going to call you mad. कोई label नहीं लगने वाला आप पर.
I think that's a big myth that
Yeah.
that should be broken.
See, इसमें ना, I will take maybe 3 minutes to just explain this to your viewers.
Sure.
That what is psychotherapy, what is psychology, होता क्या है, बहुत simple terms में. एक होते हैं mental health illness disorders. यहाँ दवाइयाँ लेनी ही पड़ती हैं. It is medicines plus therapy. That's it. You will have to go to therapy. Not everyone has those diagnosed mental health conditions. What are those? Bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia, OCD जिसे हम बहुत loosely use कर रहे हैं, right? Not everyone has that. Majority of the people will have stress, anxiety, depression. You're not going to get medicines for that. No one's going to call you mad for that. You will find an extremely supportive environment जहाँ आप एक mirror में देख सकते हो. बाल ठीक है, makeup ठीक है. Almost like that. Because unless there is no light on that, आप ठीक कैसे करोगे? It is very simple.
One important question I have, as we were talking about family. Okay. So one thing I want to ask: when we marry a person, what are we marrying? Is it just a person, their family, emotional history, or like it's the entire the family system, like what is working in that family system? So how do we define a marriage in that way?
When you're marrying someone, you're marrying their trauma. You're marrying their fears.
I hope people don't take it in a negative way. So that, people will say, then what's the point in marrying if you're marrying a
Everybody has
trauma?
trauma. There is not a single human being with no pain. Pain is our greatest gift. Now,
Yeah,
I'll
make it
explain
positive, I
that.
think.
Yeah, I'll explain
Yeah,
that. Unless and until you're not in pain, you will not evolve.
yeah.
Does that mean आप trauma अच्छा है? जी नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं. But जो trauma से pain आ रहा है. Now, what I mean by you're marrying someone's trauma is, and I do couples therapy, and I say this to everyone. I hope this becomes a trend. Pre-wedding shoot के पहले प्री-मैरिटल कपल्स थेरेपी कीजिए प्लीज, ताकि
Wow,
आप
that's a
समझें,
tick mark for me.
है ना?
Tick mark for me.
And there, I am so amazed. I have,
But also, 1 minute,
of
sorry to
course,
cut. Also, tell what is that meaning? People say that, yeah, we are getting to know each other, we are going out with each other. So, in that way, we're getting to know each other, we complement each other, we understand there's a lot of compatibility. Is that the only thing that they should look? Or what you're saying is something different and above that?
different and above that.
Yeah.
Go to couples therapy. Even if you're dating someone, go to couples therapy. Do that as part of your dating.
Yeah.
Go for a holiday, go watch a movie, go for a concert, go to therapy. The problem is, people think couples therapy is the last resort. They go to couples therapy when the relationship is dying. And then they want magic. कि अब therapist will fix it. We cannot fix it. Nobody can fix it. डर लगता है लोगों को couples counseling, couples therapy say, because suddenly court scenes come in everybody's conscious
Yeah,
mind, because
yeah.
that is what is normalized, that when a marriage has to end, you have to go to couples therapy. Yes, but not only. Couples therapy when you're dating can be so much fun. You get to know so much about a person, and before you marry them, हम एस्ट्रोलॉजी देखते हैं, हम फैमिली की मेडिकल हिस्ट्री देखते हैं. प्लीज़ कुछ कपल्स थेरेपी सेशंस भी कर लीजिए ताकि आप उनका दर्द समझ सके. एंड आई थिंक इट इज़ वेरी पॉजिटिव बिकॉज यू आर नॉट गोइंग इन blindfolded. एंड दैट्स व्हेन अ ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप वर्क्स. जब मुझे आपका दर्द पता है, एंड देन इट फिट्स टुगेदर, आपका दर्द और मेरा दर्द लाइक अ जिक्सॉ पजल.
So you do advise?
Absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
hoping it becomes a trend.
Yeah.
Pre-wedding shoot se pehle, couples therapy. Don't keep it as a last resort. Even in a marriage, सब तो सही चल रहा है, क्यों जाना है थेरेपी? फालतू में प्रॉब्लम्स निकल आएंगे, लड़ाइयाँ होंगी. बिल्कुल नहीं. Choose the right therapist. It's like maintenance. You buy a car, you do give it for servicing, right?
Yeah.
ताकि वो लंबा टाइम चले. हम मैरिज को टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड करते हैं, राइट? गो टू थेरेपी रेगुलरली. ये नहीं कि हम 5 साल से थेरेपी में हैं. once a quarter, book 10 sessions, so you know where you are, you know where your spouse is, and you can work together to strengthening that marriage. Because when that doesn't happen, I am seeing, because I'm very privy to all of this, क्या होता है? Extramarital affairs, alcohol abuse, drug abuse, unhappy marriages. And then what is the result of unhappy marriages? अगर उसमें बच्चे हैं, बच्चों की पिटाई होगी. When the marriage is not happy is when the kids get hit. And when the woman is not happy, the mother will hit the child. Guaranteed. When the marriage is happy, बच्चों पे कोई हाथ नहीं उठाएगा. So it's all connected.
Interconnected, yes.
Absolutely. So dating, new dating trend. Hashtag I go to therapy. It is literally that. And I see young people doing that. And I have some of my clients, I have so much respect for that. They're not even sure if they're going to get married. They've just started dating. They come to me for therapy. I love it. देखेंगे क्या होता है उनका.
Good. So anxiety, depression, trauma, pain, ये जो भी जिनको भी होता है, it is it actually an intelligent way, or is it called that, it is uh, nudging you to do something about the change that you can bring in yourself? So, can we consider this? Now, this is something very different that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because we are talking about trauma is pain, trauma is this, or no, it's related to stress, depression, whatever. But if we take it in a positive angle, this is what I usually do. So, if you take it as it's an intelligent way of your body mechanism telling you,
Absolutely. 100%.
talking to you, yeah.
Absolutely. Because it's a signal that is going out that something's not okay and we can't take it anymore. It's if you haven't maintained your vehicle for a long time, गाड़ी start करने में तकलीफ हो रही है, it's a signal. It's not permanent. So anxiety, stress, depression are not permanent. They are not illnesses. These are symptoms कि कुछ गड़बड़ है. And if that is not addressed, it is going to reflect on your organs because the cells have memory. अगर, and like you very rightly said, anxiety होती है, stress होता है, depression होता है, डरिए मत. Look at it in a positive way कि आपको signal मिल रहा है. Look at it, correct it, fix it. It is fixable.
Yeah.
नहीं करेंगे तो it's your cells have memory. Your body doesn't know what to do with it because your mind is refusing to accept it. It's going to go and cause an illness. It's going to cause cardiovascular disease. It can cause cancer. It will cause kidney, renal diseases, malfunction, liver, blood pressure, diabetes, type 1, type 2, both. Everything. Back pain, spondylitis, osteoporosis, arthritis, everything. Everything
I mean, you're
has
mentioning
its cause.
all the diseases.
Absolutely, because they are not inherited.
Yeah.
हमें लगता है कि अच्छा हमारी दादी को था ना तो हमें भी होगा. जी नहीं. There are less than 5 to 7% rare disorders that are genetic, जो DNA के through आते हैं. You know, like sickle cell disease or Huntington's, बहुत rare हैं, आपको कोई पता भी नहीं होगा. जो भी मैंने list किए अभी, हमारे आसपास कोई ना कोई मिल जाएगा जिनको ये होगा. None of them are inherited. None. That's the second myth I'd like to break today through your podcast. None of these are inherited. These are environmental, lifestyle, and emotional illnesses. क्योंकि anxiety, stress address नहीं हुआ. I'll tell you something very simple. जिनको भी diabetes है, it is suppressed stress. It is every time their voice was suppressed. उन्हें जो भी कहना था, नहीं कह पाए, diabetes होगा. Blood pressure, cardiovascular, stress, unable to express yourself. Right now, again, science and spirituality, your throat chakra is what? Thyroid. It's a hormonal imbalance. They say there's no cure for it. But
Yeah.
there is, right? Because it is psychosomatic. Also, PCOD. I see that so much
Yeah, that
in
is
young women.
Yes, that is a very common thing that is going
PCOD,
on.
PCOS.
Yeah.
2 generations ago, this was not common. You can research.
Yeah.
ये अभी हुआ है. This has been passed down. The young women who are struggling with PCOD, PCOS, also infertility in young women, has been inherited from the women whose femininity was suppressed. The divine feminine was suppressed. The woman's voice was suppressed. जो हम कहते हैं patriarchal. क्या हुआ था? And I would ask the viewers, जब आप ये सुन रहे हो और आपको relatable लग रहा है, आप अपने family history में खुद झांक के देखिए. Go back 1 or 2 generations, देखिए आपके mom के side पे, dad के side पे कितनी औरतों की आवाज़ दबाई गई थी. क्या क्या हुआ था? किसकी शादी ज़बरदस्ती कराई गई? किसको ज़बरदस्ती मेल चिल्ड्रन पैदा करने का एक फोर्स या तो सटफ्यूज था, सटल था, या इम्प्लाइड था, या एक्सप्लिसिट था. देखिए अपनी, एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई मीन बाय एक्शन एंड अकाउंटेबिलिटी. आप अपने हीलिंग की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लीजिए. सो आफ्टर दिस पॉडकास्ट टुडे, if one thing you want to change in your life, go back and look at your family history. 2-3 generations back. Look at what happened to the women. You will know why if there is PCOD, PCOS. Direct correlation. If there is cancer in somebody's family right now today, if someone is battling cancer, please see, cancer is curable. We know all of that today. One generation ago, we didn't know that. We were scared of cancer, right? I know so many brave souls who have fought cancer, survived it, and living. And I also know souls that couldn't win that battle and succumb to cancer. Why does cancer happen? It's your suppressed stress, anxiety, rage, fear, all of that. Your cells turn into cancer.
It's a lovely way, I think, here to give a message to the audience. Whatever is happening with you, whether you're feeling stressed, you're having anxiety issues, you're in depression, don't take it in that way that, oh God, I have this. That's the first thing. Oh God, I am in stress. You feel bad about it also.
Yeah.
So the first thing, you don't have to feel bad about it. It is just look at it in a positive way that you have to deal with it. You have to fight with it. You don't need to fight with it as such, but it's a signal that you
Yeah.
need to change something within you.
Absolutely. And where does that come from? Again, a performative society. बचपन से प्रेशर है ऑन बीइंग परफेक्ट. यू कैन नॉट फेल. कुछ फैमिलीज में ये कहा जाता है ओपनली, एंड सम डोंट टॉक अबाउट इट सो ओपनली, सो इट्स इम्प्लाइड. यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू फेल, एंड समहाउ pain is looked at as failure. It's not. It's a part of the human experience. Nobody can be happy 24/7. It's not possible. It's ebbs and flows, highs and lows. We're all going to go through that. हम सब के लाइफ में स्ट्रेस आएगा. हम सब कभी ना कभी डिप्रेस होंगे. हमारा दिल टूटेगा. कभी कभी बहुत बुरी तरह से टूटेगा. हम सबको एंजाइटी होती है. But if that becomes your permanent inner state, is when illness will start taking place in your body. It's not a personal failure. It's a part of human life. Ask for help. For kids, speak to your school counselors. Speak to your teachers. Families and friends, well, family may or may not be open-minded. Right? When you take advice from family, there's always an objective. A therapist has nothing to gain from your situation. It's my job, right? So my advice is always going to be neutral. And what I observe, I need to bring to the table. With friends, सबके friends के पास सारा वो life experience होता नहीं है. दिल टूटता है, friends कहते हैं और टूट जाने दो, हमारा भी टूटा था, right? So anecdotal advice पे जिंदगी नहीं जी जा सकती. कभी कभी ठीक है, but you are absolutely right. Those are internal signals, and you should look at it before it turns into long-term illness.
Yeah. Tell me one thing. This was a question that had come up some time back again. I just wanted to ask, I'm sure this question, I think the audience would be having, when we were talking about parenting.
Okay.
For example, the course correction part that we were talking about. So if the parents don't realize that, there's something has gone wrong, or even let it be unintentional, but the child realizes this,
Yeah.
because in today's, I think, world, even the children, as they grow up, they realize that this had happened to me, and that is why I have become this kind of output. So if they forgive their parents, does that work for them?
It depends. Forgiveness is not easy. It's not easy. So it depends. There's no clear answer to this, but I will tell you this. When they heal the child within themselves, जिसे हम inner child healing कहते हैं, forgiveness becomes immaterial. It doesn't matter. Because your strongest relationship is with yourself. और जब आपको ये रियलाइज होता है कि कोर्स करेक्शन बाहर से नहीं होगा, वो कभी रियलाइज ही नहीं करेंगे कि हमने कुछ गलत किया. सब तो किया. वी सैक्रिफाइस्ड एवरीथिंग फॉर यू. व्हाट आर यू कंप्लेनिंग अबाउट? पढ़ाया लिखाया, अब्रॉड भेजा, कपड़े खरीदे, वी रेज्ड यू, और अब आप बोल रहे हो कि हमारी वजह से तुम्हें ट्रॉमा हो रहा है. व्हेन यू रियलाइज दैट, वहां से नहीं आएगा. सो यू गो विद इट. You have to reparent yourself. So whether you forgive them or they ask for forgiveness eventually becomes immaterial because you heal within. Does that make sense? I can elaborate further.
So that makes sense in that way. If I say that if I forgive, for example, my parents, does it to some way heal me? Like, they aren't asking for forgiveness. Like it's a very normal thing that happens,
Forgiveness is never for anyone else. Forgiveness is always for ourselves. दूसरे को या सामने वाले को, or the person that you're forgiving, उन्हें कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. Because if someone's asking you, कोई आपसे माफी मांग रहा है, तो उन्होंने माफी मांग ली. So in their head, a pathway is cleared कि मेरा हो गया, मैंने माफी मांग ली. But when you forgive someone, it's never about them, it's about you. कोई माफी मांगे या ना मांगे, ये हम अपने लिए करते हैं. So many times I have seen in the work that I do, especially family therapy, when grandparents have realized कि हाय हमसे कुछ गलत हुआ. Oh, family therapy is another thing, right? I really hope that becomes a new trend. सिर्फ 2 families इतनी brave हुई हैं मेरे इतने सालों के काम में, that have come together as a family for therapy. सब नहीं आते हैं साथ में. जिस दिन वो हो गया ना, everything will start shifting. उन्होंने रो रो के माफी मांगी अर्पिता जी कि किसी ने मारा नहीं था, कोई असॉल्ट नहीं हुआ था. इट वाज, बाहर से देखा जाए तो माइनर डायनामिक्स थे जहां किसी की आवाज सप्रेस हो गई. एंड व्हेन दे रियलाइज्ड कि इसका इम्पैक्ट क्या हुआ उनके बच्चों की पर्सनालिटी पे, वो बहुत रोए, उन्होंने बहुत माफी मांगी. एंड द किड्स जिनसे माफी मांगी जा रही थी, इन देयर one-on-one सेशन विद मी, दे सेड आई डोंट फील एनीथिंग, I should be feeling something. They apologized. Is something wrong with me? That's very normal because उन्हें कभी वो expectation ही नहीं था. And हमारा दर्द, हमारा pain is not tied to someone's apology.
Yeah.
So forgiveness is for ourselves. It's never about the other person.
That's so well said. Now, as we are coming to the end of this podcast, what do you think, the therapy can do for people and for a country if, people understand the importance of it? So how can this change our country in the next 10 years?
Wow. I'm a little scared to answer that. That feels like a very heavy question.
You're free to answer anything on my
I think
show.
family therapy. बदल जाएगा सब कुछ. हम शायद हमारे साथ जो कुछ हुआ आज तक उस पर हमारा कंट्रोल नहीं था, but we owe it to our future generations. अगर हर फैमिली एक हॉलिडे फंड बनाती है, एक थेरेपी फंड बनाई है, इट्स नॉट दैट एक्सपेंसिव. रिसर्च कीजिए, सबके पास इंटरनेट है. 1-on-1 इंडिविजुअल पर्सनल थेरेपी से स्टार्ट कीजिए so that you get comfortable with it, and then go together as a family once a quarter or once in 6 months. Do that regularly and see how beautifully you will change the course of what's about to come. Your future generations will thank you, and so will your past. Because आप उनका भी तो काम कर रहे हो, आप उनका भी तो रिलीज कर रहे हो. So going to therapy is normal, it's healthy. In fact, because you said I can say anything on your show, can I be a little brave and say something?
Definitely. Go ahead.
Going to therapy is not a Western concept. मुझे ये बहुत सुनने मिलता है कि ये तो वेस्टर्न है. Yes, there has been a lot of work that American psychiatry research and work has done. मेरी खुद का लाइसेंस यूएस से है और दूसरा लाइसेंस यूके से है. So I've studied with doctors in both US and the UK. But I'll tell you this. Going to therapy is an inherent part of Indian culture. How? If you've read the Bhagavad Gita, and when you study psychology, you will understand this. What is the discourse between Krishna and Arjun?
Yeah.
It is a therapeutic session because the moment when Arjun freezes,
I love this, what you said. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
and we actually study this. I
Yeah.
don't know Indian psychology में पढ़ाया जाता है नहीं, but when I studied this, I'm like, wait a minute. So I have read all the religious texts, and every religion you will find a context of therapy. ये हमारे कल्चर में है. किसी भी religious text में आप पढ़ लीजिए, ये कहीं बीच में दब गया. So when Arjun, coming back to the story, froze on the battlefield, he was caught in a state of cognitive dissonance. He didn't know what to do. He was overthinking. ये गलत हो रहा है. ये मेरी family है. How can I fight with them? Is exactly what we do in generational healing. हाँ, हम तलवार निकाल के नहीं लड़ते हैं. But when you sit down and speak to the elders of the family कि आज से हमारे खानदान में कोई डाउरी नहीं लेगा. ये ना हमारा कल्चर है, ये ना ही हमारा ट्रेडिशन है. ये एक लीगल क्राइम है. जिस दिन इस देश के बेटे उठ के बोलेंगे कि नो डाउरी, घर में लड़ाई तो होगी. So it's kind of like that, right? I'm drawing parallels. So what happened with Arjun on the battlefield is that he froze. And what Krishna talks to him,
Yeah.
the Bhagavad Gita, is a therapeutic discourse where he brings him back to the now, where he tells him कि जिस बात से तुम डर रहे हो वो पूर्ण सत्य नहीं है. He shows him the complete truth, which is what a true healer and a good therapist does. Does not put your beliefs and tells you कि जाओ ये करो. No. Sit. Let's pause.
Exactly.
The Bhagavad Gita is a sacred pause, right? Between a war. Isn't that healing? Isn't that therapy?
Yeah.
And the discourse that follows, he tells him that his purpose is bigger than his fear. So ये हमारे कल्चर का हिस्सा है. सो आज आपके पॉडकास्ट के थ्रू मैं सबसे कहना चाहूँगी, जो भी मुझे कहते हैं ये थेरेपी वेरेपी कुछ नहीं होता, ये वेस्टर्न कॉन्सेप्ट है. जी नहीं. आप, ये बहुत एंशियंट है. हर every culture, everywhere in the world, every civilization has a parallel of therapy. There used to be different ways or names to call it, but ये था और रहेगा आपके हमारे जाने के बाद भी.
I'm so happy today you have come on my podcast.
It's my
Because there's
pleasure.
a lot of myths I think that we're breaking, and there's a lot of revelations that we are bringing it up. Lovely. Let's now bring a subtle this thing to our conversation, lightness to our conversation also. So I'll just ask you some rapid fire questions.
Ooh, I'm nervous. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So answer them as soon as possible.
No pressure at all.
I'm sure you're not in pressure. Okay. One word for healing.
One word. I was going to say two. Coming home. Okay. One word, safety.
Okay, coming home.
Or
That's
just
also good.
home.
Yeah, home.
Healing equals to home.
Good. Morning ritual that you never skip.
Spending time alone before I speak with anyone. I have to sit on my terrace and listen to the birds. The sun has probably already risen.
Yeah.
So sunrise तो नहीं देख पाती हूँ, but that first 15 minutes of silence is sacred.
Same thing with me.
Yeah?
Same thing. Same
Lovely.
thing. Book that changed your life.
There are so many, right? So I have a library at home. किताब छपी है, मैंने जरूर पढ़ी है. I'm like that kind of person. But one that came to my mind is actually 11 Minutes by Paulo Coelho. Talks about a woman's desires. I had read so much before I read that book. I had even read more implicit material, but something about that book normalized the fact that a woman can have desires and she can own it. I was very powerful.
Great. One habit that can kill anxiety instantly.
Breathing. Come back to the now. When you're anxious and you don't know what to do, take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale to a count of 4, exhale to a count of 6. और कुछ मत कीजिए. Just focus on your breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. और भी तरीके हैं, but this is the shortest answer.
If you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Ooh. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to them, Reshma.
Okay.
Just do what you want.
Okay. Trauma versus trigger. Difference. What's the difference between them?
A trigger can be managed. Trauma cannot. Trauma has to be healed in order for it to leave your body. Trigger can be managed. Like I can teach you how to manage your trigger. But trauma को feel करके ही release करना पड़ेगा.
One mantra that you live by.
Mind your own business, Reshma.
Okay.
Focus on your path.
Good. Okay. What frequency are you vibrating at today?
I think it's a very exciting frequency. This is my first podcast ever. And Arpita ji, this will always be special. I will never forget this moment. So I think it's a
Wow.
frequency of gratitude, immense gratitude.
Wow.
I think जिंदा रहे मैं 20 साल बाद जरूर ये देखूंगी, and you know, like
So sweet.
this is a very, very special moment for me. So frequency of gratitude for today, for this lovely studio and for
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Love looks like dash in one sentence.
Consideration. A lot of young people ask me this. Reshma, what does love look like? या मैं अपने partner में क्या देखूं, you know, to know कि ये, you know, this is love. It's consideration. What I mean by that is, जब आपका partner कोई decision लेता है, are they considering इसका आप पर क्या impact होगा? That is the highest level of love. Not only in romantic relationship, any relationship, parental, in-laws, extended family, siblings.
Yeah.
मेरा एक डिसीजन, अगर मैं आपसे प्यार करती हूँ तो मेरा एक डिसीजन का आप पर क्या इम्पैक्ट होगा, ये सोचना इज द हाईएस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ लव. क्योंकि इश्क तो कोई भी कर सकता है, निभाना आना चाहिए.
Wow, well said. Great. So, talking about love, let's
Okay.
continue the question. So, red flag people ignore in love but shouldn't ignore. What is a red flag?
There are so many, so many.
One of the main important red flag. I'm sure, of course, there are
I'll
many.
tell you
but
two.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
okay, two. Yes,
two?
of course.
Thank
It
you.
anyway is good for the audience.
Yay. First is your gut will tell you. There's a feeling. Nobody needs to tell you anything. कोई आपको अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ बाहर जाके पूरा एनालिसिस करने की जरूरत नहीं है. हाँ, उसमें भी बहुत मजा आता है. Also bring it to therapy, but there is your gut. It's just a feeling. कि something is not right, but we overlook it. चलो जाने दो, कोई बात नहीं. That's your first sign. Second is, in any relationship, a red flag is जब आपको अपनी आवाज बंद करने के लिए कहा जाता है. You want to say something, you want to express yourself, and you're told no. That's the second red flag. These two are like top. ऐसे तो 20 की लिस्ट है मेरे पास. I'm happy to type it in the comment section so that the viewers can go and look at it. Yeah.
I'm sure the viewers can ask for more red
Yes.
flags in the comment section.
Please do.
Yeah.
I will be watching the comments very closely, and I'm one of those people who replies to every single comment.
Okay,
I love
great.
to do that.
Great. So red flag we talked about. So green flag in a therapist.
Vibe match होनी चाहिए.
मतलब chemistry.
Yes, because it's not about आपके therapist ने कहाँ से पढ़ाई की है या उनकी modality क्या है. It's about आप दोनों एक दूसरे को कितना समझ रहे हो. So I may be a fabulous therapist, but if you and I are not vibing, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. So go through, it's okay to go through multiple therapists. There's no failure, there's no shame. Take 1 or 2 sessions and then say कि नहीं हो रहा. So vibe check is the answer.
Okay. So now, coffee or meditation?
I have to choose. Can it be both? Because
You're
I
a
can't
coffee
meditate.
lover.
I can't meditate without coffee. I can't live without coffee. Coffee or meditation. Coffee while meditating?
Okay. Coffee
Both.
while meditating?
Oh yeah. Why not?
Okay, that's something interesting. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great. What's a guilty pleasure?
Oh, I cannot lie because my husband is going to be watching this, so I have to. And my daughter also, so I cannot lie. Can I? It's watching trashy TV shows,
Okay.
brain rot.
Okay.
That's my guilty pleasure. That really, please don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Trashy TV. The trashier the show, the more I love it.
Okay, finish this. The world needs more dash.
Compassion.
Right.
That's it. Compassion. And we'll be
Lovely.
good.
Lovely. So let us end this podcast here. And it's lovely talking to you. And your vibe is really great.
So, green flag?
Green
Vibe
flag.
check ho gayi hamari.
Exactly. So it's a green
I
flag.
am so grateful that you called me, and it's been amazing talking to you. This is a fantastic studio, and I hope the viewers will find some of the answers. बहुत information है हमारे पास. बहुत कम time में हमने squeeze किया है.
Yes.
बताइए अगर part 2 चाहिए तो.
Yes, certainly. So, thank you so much, Reshma, first for coming here. And to my audience, I'm sure today there was a lot of other things that we talked about. And as Reshma also said, if you would love to have a part 2, please post that in the comment also. We will definitely bring our lovely guest, Reshma, once again. Thank you so much for watching the entire episode. Do watch it again and again, I think, because when you rewatch it, there'll be still more eye openers for you. So, thank you so much. And as usual, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.